Hello everyone, welcome to another video of NLP series, and today we are going to talk about stop words. So as part of text preprocessing, whenever we are solving any NLP problem, we try to get rid of these stop words because as part of solving any problem, when we classify the text or the words, these stop word does not add much value to our overall classification, and hence if we get rid of these stop words we will reduce the number of data, and basically this can help in reduce the overall processing time of the data because we are removing something which is not needed, and hence we are reducing the size. So overall processing time of our code will be reduced if we remove the stop word. So it's a good practice, and we use this stop word removal in the text classification problems in NLP. So let's jump into the understanding part and just understand what are these stop words, how do we remove it, and we will also go through an example using Jupyter Notebook to understand with a live industry case. So let's jump into the understanding part first. So let's first understand what is the stop word. So stop words are basically most common appearing words in the natural language. And while we are solving any NLP classification problem, these stop words does not add much meaning to the document, as we already discussed. So let's understand with an example. So consider this example wherein we have a sentence, there is a phone on sofa. Now from this sentence, if I remove these words like is, a, and on, suppose I remove these words, then the remaining words we left with are their, phone, and sofa. Now just think of these three words, their, phone, and sofa. So we can get an idea, right? That there is a phone which is on sofa, right? So the main words here are their, phone, and sofa. And if we remove any of these words, we will be into trouble. Like we'll not be able to understand the context of the sentence. For example, I remove phone, so we will left with there and sofa, right? So probably I mean to say, if I only use these two words, their sofa, maybe I just mean to say then that there is a sofa. But my actual sentence was that there is a phone on sofa. So if I'm removing phone, I'm altogether either changing the meaning of the sentence, or I am basically making that sentence meaningless. So for example, I remove the word sofa, right? Then I'm just left with the two words their phone. So maybe I want to say there is a phone, but this is not my actual initial sentence. So this sentence is basically comprised of the stop words, which can be removed because they are not adding much meaning to the overall context of the sentence, and the main words. And while we are solving any classification problem using NLP, we should be focusing about these main words. And with the stop word removal technique, we can get rid of these words. The main benefit we will achieve is that there will be a good classification of the main words, and apart from that, we are removing the size of data that we are processing. So the processing uh, time will be reduced, which is very much important factor. Now, what are the ways to remove stop words? So basically, there are four ways. The first way is using NLTK library. Then we have the library which is spaCy. This is a very famous and handy library used generally in the NLP problems, although we are using other ones, but spaCy is the one which is used generally and preferred in most of the cases. Then we have one more library, which is gensim, and then text blob. However, in this video I'll be using spaCy, and then with that example I'll be explaining you how we are removing the stop words. Now, where to use and when to use this technique? Another question. So tokenization is the very first step of text preprocessing when we are solving any NLP problem. So first we should be doing the tokenization, and once this tokenization is done, then we should be removing the stop words. So this is a key which we should keep in mind when we are solving any problem. And then we are using this technique for classification of text, meaning the classification problem. When we are doing text summarization or machine translation, we should not be doing this stop word removal because it is not helpful there. However, these two things are not in scope of our video today. I'll cover this in my later videos. But today we will be looking into an example wherein we will be doing a tokenization, and then using spaCy we will be removing the stop words, and then we can use that in our classification problem. But I'm not showing the classification of text in this video. The main content of this video is stop word, so I'll just show you how these stop words are removed using spaCy. All right, so let's move to the Jupyter notebook. Okay, so first let's understand how we install spaCy. So I'm not going to execute this step because I already have spaCy installed in my system. But if you don't have and you want to install it, you can use this command and install spaCy. Now let me import spaCy first. And from spaCy, we want to import stop words. So language is English and we want to import stop words. Now within spaCy, let's check what are the stop words. Let me run this and then stop words. So basically these are the list of all the stop words which spaCy provides. Okay, so if we are using spaCy and we want to remove the stop words, we can remove all these words from our sentence and basically reduce the size of the sentence with the words which are not required or not adding value to our classification. Now let's see how many of these words are there in all. So there are 326 words. Now let's jump to an example wherein we can import the data, and once the data is imported, we can pick up the text and apply this stop word technique to remove the stop words. Okay, so let's import pandas and JSON. So I'm importing pandas because it is used to create the data frames, and then I'm importing JSON because my data, the data that I have used, is in the JSON format. If you have CSV, then you can use probably read_CSV to read your CSV file, and from there you can pick up the columns. But I have the data in the JSON format, so I'm using this. I have to import this library. Now once I load this data, let me first walk you through what this data is all about, and then probably you can easily understand what I'm doing in order to remove the stop words. So I have got 3 columns in all in my data. The first column is a flag that says is sarcastic or not. The second column is the headline, and the third column is the article link. So basically I am having headline from different sources, and this column just says that it is sarcastic or not. So probably this is one of the data which was used to do a kind of analysis and understand that the headline was fake or not. So but here we will not go into that deeper level, and we will just understand the pre-processing part, which is the main focus for today. All right, so let's see how this data looks like. Let's pick up first 5 rows and see how this looks like. So I have got this is sarcastic column, then headline, and then this is the link. Now let's understand how many overall rows are there. So we have got 28,619 rows in the data and 3 columns. All right, and now let me pick up some rows and show you how this complete row looks like. So let's pick up this first one. So the first one is the something like that, and we can probably change this value to show you some more rows. So this one is cat so scared in shelter, won't even look at you. These are basically some headlines. All right. Okay, now let's load this important pipeline within spaCy, which is ncore WebSM. If you want to see more details of this library and then ncore WebSM, so I will leave a link in the description so that you can go through this. It contains multiple components like token to vector, tagger, parser, attribute ruler, lematizer. I'm not going to talk about this in a detail today, but let's just focus about the stop words. So once we load this, then I am picking up my column headline, and to each row I am changing this to string type, because then I can just implement the operations I want to perform. So I want to apply this function to this column. First I will change it to string. Then I have created a small function here which expects a text as an input parameter, and then here there is a blank or an empty list. Then here I am creating a document and applying this ncore WebSM to the text. Basically, once I apply this, so I will have a document which is processed by this spaCy, and we can so basically it has done the word tokenization here, and we can pick up each token which is a word here, and using that token we can just check if that particular token is a stop word or not. If it is not a stop word, we can append it to our empty list, and if it is, then we can just omit it. So this is the function which we'll be using. Now I'm creating one more column which is the headline underscore clean, and this column will have the clean data, or the data which is not having any stop word. So I'm using this column, applying this function, and getting a new column which will have the data without stop words. So let me apply this. So this is a step which is time consuming, because each and every sentence or row within this column will be tokenized. Then each word will be picked up by the function, and then it will be checked for a stop word. If it is stop word, it will be removed or omitted, and if it is not, then it will be appended to the empty list. Okay, so this is processed for me. Now once this is processed, let me check what it gives. So I've got now 4 columns, right? Initially I was having 3, but this new column which is headline underscore clean is added, and this column is basically not exactly a replica of this column, but this is originated from this column by removing the stop words. Now let's see what is the shape. So we have got one more column added. So initially it was 28619 by 3, but now it is 28619 by 4. Now let's check some rows and understand what is the difference we have made here. So let me pick up a row randomly and see this is the data we had in the headline column, which is this is the tiger that Earl Woods raised, right? And now when we applied the function that we have created to remove the stop word, this is looking like tiger earl wood raise. So is the that is removed. So these are the stop word as per the spaCy list, and this was removed and we have a new word. Let's take one more example. Say I take 876. I'm just picking up a random location. So this says report body dysmorphia suffers experience skewed negative perception of shape of friends. So just don't worry about the sentence. Just check that we have removed the stop word or not. So there were less scope of removing the stop word, but it has done its work here. You see that off is removed. Let me pick up one more example. So let me pick up 900. See what has changed. So will flooding in Texas lead to more mosquito borne and less? And here the will is removed, then flood Texas lead mosquito borne and less. This examples we can pretty much understand how this works, how we are creating a function and then removing the stop words. Now if this is complex for you, or you want to go through a simple example, then I have taken a small text here and I have stored this in this variable, which is text underscore 2, and my text is my name is Himanshu. And then if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel. This channel talks about Python language, machine learning, and NLP. So I have used some stop words here, and now I'm applying that same function to this text here, by storing the value that returns by this function in the variable output. So let me first run this. Okay, and then this function is already there in the system. Now let me store this output in the output variable and then see what is there in the output. So my name is Himanshu was there initially, but now my name is removed and we only are left with Himanshu, right? Then these if you my, this all is removed and like content is left. Now this is a new line character, and then this one is removed with all the stop words. So this is a simple example wherein I have taken a text and then I have removed the stop word using my function, customized function that I have created, which performs the tokenization, and then picking up the word from that document, it removes the stop words. So I hope this video has helped you to understand the concept of stop words, how to remove it, and please subscribe to my channel if you like my video and my content, and see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.